Alright, so it's been a while, but we're back here with more Pokemon 3D. Again, reviewing another new update to the game. This time the update we're reviewing here is version 0.47. Now, there hasn't been a lot added to the game in this update. I think for the most part this is just a bug fix update, but there have been some new locations added into the game, which add new parts to the game story, so let's go over them. Well, first of all, I'm in this house here, as you can see, that has a bunch of stuffed Pokemon dolls in it. Now, if I go to leave the house here, as you can see, I am now in 4 Island. So they added 4 Island and 5 Island into the game, and we get greeted by this first. Hold on. She says stop, and I turn around for no reason. She says, "Hello, did you see that man run out just now? He's a member of Team Rocket. They have taken a number of Pokemon in Niceville Cave hostage and are trying to blackmail me. You're chasing them too? Oh, you're Robotnik. We can do full introductions later. Would you be willing to help me settle this? I'll be waiting in the deepest part of the cave." Now, if I'm not mistaken, that lady we just talked to, I believe is, I think her name is Lorelei, and I think she was one of the members of the Kanto Elite Four. Now, she came out of the house even though I was already in the house, so I guess maybe I was supposed to walk towards the house in order for that event to trigger. Because here's the thing about 4 Island and 5 Island. Currently, in the most recent version of Pokemon 3D, you cannot access 4 Island or 5 Island by normal means, and as you can see I found an Ultra Ball. But yeah, you can't access 4 Island and 5 Island legitimately yet in the game. There is the ferry at one of the Vermilion City docks. The only thing, though, is that the sailor that stands near the ferry says that the ferry is currently not in use because of the recent eruption on Cinnabar Island, which leads me to believe that we have to go to Cinnabar Island first before we can take the ferry to 4 or 5 Island. And, of course, there's also Fuchsia City, Celadon City, and Saffron City, which haven't even been implemented into the game yet. And because of that, I don't think we can even use the ferry in this version of Pokemon 3D. So the way I was able to access 4 Island and 5 Island was that I simply edited my save file. I edited it so that next time I load my save file, I'll already be at 4 Island instead of Vermilion City, which was where I last left off. In Pokemon 3D's game files, there's a folder called Maps, and this is where all the maps in Pokemon 3D are stored, like all the locations and whatnot. Well, this update adds a new folder into the Maps folder called Chrono, and this is where the map files for 4 Island and 5 Island are stored. So basically, I went into the folder where my save file was stored, and I opened up the player.dat file, as you can see right here, and I edited this line right here that says map file vermilion / main.dat, and I changed the Vermilion line here to Chrono, because that's where 4 Island and 5 Island's map data is stored. And I just changed the main.dat to 1.dat because that house I was in earlier, that's what the map is called for that house. So yeah, if you want to know how I got to 4 Island and also how you can get to 4 Island in the current version of the game, due to the fact that it's not possible to get to these locations legitimately in the game just yet, well, that's how you can get to it. I guess that's how you can gain early access to 4 and 5 Island. But they are pretty intact, they're not that broken. Also, this Pokemon Mart's kind of weird because when you talk to the guy and try to buy items, you're facing the other way for some reason. So I just thought that was kind of weird. Anyway, continuing on. So we go over here, and this is where Icefall Cave is located. This guy says made a slushy using the ice that he found in Icefall Cave, whatever. But we're in Icefall Cave, and it's pretty dark in here, but you can still see everything, as you can see. I'm not really sure what the shadows there are all about. So after using Surf to go across that body of water there, we go into another entrance here. As you can see, there's ladders here, and there's also these blocks right here. Over there you'll find HM10, which is Dive. I do realize there's a ledge there, but I don't know. I don't really feel too guilty about cheating here because, well, there's not even any legitimate way of getting to 4 and 5 Island in this version of the game. So technically getting to 4 and 5 Island, while it's not all that finished yet, is kind of cheating in itself. But yeah, those blocks there, as you can see, don't step on them twice, otherwise you'll fall down into this part of the cave right here. Also, if you walk over here by using Sandbox, you can find a full restore. That's pretty good. So yeah, Niceville Cave, there are some puzzles you need to solve here. Basically, try to avoid the ice patches here. Don't try to step on one ice patch twice, otherwise the ice will break and you'll fall through the ice. Also, I'm not really sure what the point of that ladder is, but anyway. Well, Lorelei, did you bring it? Even with the kid as backup, there's nothing you can do to keep us from harming the Pokemon here unless you fulfill our demands. Fine, here's the Master Ball. Take it. So he takes the Master Ball. Well then, as we agreed, we will release the Pokemon. If the Lapras are free, they just disappear. It was good doing business with you. Now we'll be leave... Not so fast. Now that the hostages have been let go, I can act without worrying about anything. You shall not be leaving here with that Master Ball. Well then, Team Rocket, scatter. Well, that guy meant just to scatter. Wait. Stop! To let our comrade get away with the Master Ball, we will delay you. Even as strong as you are, we can delay you long enough. Robotnik, we don't have time for this. Help me with these grunts, please. You're way above your head. So yeah, we need to fight a Team Rocket grunts. Apparently you only need to fight one of them. I guess Lorelei takes care of the other two or something. This guy has a level 50 Muck. Doesn't that sound familiar? After that, he sends out a level 50 Arbok. And then once you defeat his Arbok, he has a level 49 Weezing. So his Pokemon are not really that high leveled, and because my Tentacruel was already very high leveled, and also because I got a critical hit there, he was pretty easy to defeat. It was I who was in over my head. We delayed you enough. Time to go. Not so fast. Why did Team Rocket want the Master Ball? I don't know. The boss ordered us to get it and bring it back to the 5-Island warehouse. And how can we get into this warehouse? There are 2 passwords, but I only know one. Goldeen need log. And then he drowns himself or something. You should go to 5-Island and try to find the other password. I'll make sure they haven't stayed behind here and follow you shortly. So, yeah. And that pretty much does it for not just Niceville Cave, but also 4-Island pretty much. There's not really anything else we can do here, except find an item that we apparently missed here along the way. This is just a Stardust, so you can sell that at a high price at Pokemon Marts. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is to 4-Island, so then we can go to 5-Island. I apparently did not know this while I was recording this footage of Pokemon 3D you're seeing on screen right here, but you can in fact use Fly in this early version of the Sevi Islands here, but so far you can only fly to 4-Island and 5-Island, and the only thing is that I did not know that while I was recording this footage here, so again I edited the game's files, or my save file to be more specific, to get to 5-Island here, but it looks as though I didn't get here correctly. Alright, never mind, I got here correctly. Just fixed it very quickly here. As you can see, I go right past this Team Rocket run by going to 5-Isle Meadow. If you talk to them, she says, no one may pass, even though I just passed her on the way here, so probably a glitch or something. Now, if you go into this house right here, as you can see, it says that you're in 4-Island. Yeah, if you go in this house, you'll be teleported back to 4-Island, so don't go into any of the houses on 5-Island. In fact, don't go into the Pokemon Center or the Pokemon Mart, because it will teleport you back to 4-Island as well. So because we actually glitched through these Team Rocket grunts when trying to go to 5-Isle Meadow, we can actually explore 5-Isle Meadow. You can use Cut on that tree there, you'll find a max potion in this area, but I decided to go right past it because, well, sandbox mode. So after a bit of walking, you come up to the warehouse here. Now, you only have one password, so you can't get in. And also, you have to fight these 3 Team Rocket grunts, but none of them have the second password, just so you know. Now, I am doing these battles in the incorrect order because, well, sandbox mode, like I said. But basically, the 3rd Team Rocket grunt has a level 49 Coughing and level 50 Wheezing. Team Rocket grunt number 2 has a level 48 Arbok, a level 49 Vileplume, and a level 48 Gloom. And Team Rocket grunt number 1 has a level 48 Mightyena, a level 48 Grimer, and a level 49 Muck. And also, I don't know where I'm supposed to get the second password from, but I'm assuming it's probably on maybe one of the islands that hasn't been implemented in the game yet. So I think for now, that's pretty much all you can do on 5-Island. So that pretty much does it for 4-Island and 5-Island. Now, those are not all the features that they added into the game. They also released a new launcher, and the new launcher for Pokemon 3D has a new feature called Bug Catcher. And what Bug Catcher is that if your game crashes, you can send a bug report about the crash, and the developers of the game will be able to collect data from the crash. And this feature was added basically to help the developers of Pokemon 3D fix bugs. Also, there's a new option in the settings menu to always open the launcher after closing the game. So if you close the game, or even if the game crashes, the launcher will automatically restart. Also, they apparently made a game out of reporting crashes. Basically, the goal of this game is to collect all the bug Pokemon. Yeah, great pun there. And for every time Bug Catcher opens due to a game crash, you will collect a bug Pokemon. I'm not really too sure about this, to be honest, because I think game crashes are more infuriating than they are enjoyable. But I guess that would still be kind of an interesting concept for a game. The goal would be to make the game crash as much as possible so you can collect bugs, apparently. I don't know. They also added a sound effect into the game for when you jump over ledges. When walking into a script trigger, the camera no longer locks. And they also added 2 new Pokemon into the game, which are Noibat and Noivern. And some of the bugs they fixed in this update include lots of typos and inconsistencies throughout the entire game's script and maps. They fixed the Ice Body ability, fixed a breeding bug, fixed the belly drum move, fixed the game crashing when no audio output device is connected to the PC, fixed the clear body ability, and they fixed a bug with the daycare script. And as I was recording the Pokemon 3D footage you're seeing on screen, they released a bug fix update, version 0.47.1, to fix even more bugs. Yeah, they released a bug fix update while I was recording this footage. Kind of reminds me of when I reviewed one of the Minecraft pre-release snapshots last year. Here's a map of the Niceville Island, so as you can see, you can in fact use Fly to go to 4 Island and 5 Island right now. The other islands haven't been implemented into the game. But you can in fact use Fly here, so Fly does work. Only problem though is that you can't fly back to any of the Kanto or Johto cities, which means you're pretty much stuck here unless you edit your save file again. Also, another thing I forgot to mention about the launcher is that a new thing is that, as you can see, you can actually play old versions of Pokemon 3D now via the launcher. So yeah, I guess it'd be kind of interesting to see what the older versions of Pokemon 3D were like. Again, kind of reminds me of Minecraft's launcher, because like how you can go back to old versions of Minecraft with the launcher, like beta and alpha versions. And I think the one last thing I want to mention in this video is that, as you can see, after a very long time, that bug where you couldn't catch the red Gyarados in the Lake of Rage because the game would crash all the time has finally been fixed, which means I now have acquired the red Gyarados. Finally. I don't remember if I tested this out in version 0.46 to see if it still crashed. I have no idea, so maybe it was fixed in 0.46, but I didn't try it out, so I have no idea. But it's finally fixed now, so finally have the red Gyarados. Took them long enough to fix it, but whatever, I'm not complaining, mind you. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about in this video, so that's Pokemon 3D version 0.47. So, if you want to download this update, well, download the new launcher from Pokemon 3D website. I think it's up on the website now. But yeah, download the new launcher and then download version 0.47. If you've already installed version 0.46 on the old launcher, then it might not say that there's a new update available, as in 0.47 is now available. Because when I started up the new launcher to install the new update, it didn't say that a new update was available, even though there was. So I had to install it manually. But yeah, if it doesn't say that there's a new update available, then just click on the giant download latest version button and it'll install version 0.47, so yeah. And if you don't already have the game, well, you can still download the launcher and it'll install the game on your computer, so yeah. As usual, the link to where you can download this game is in the description of this video. But I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, so that's Pokemon 3D version 0.47. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video that I make. Later.